Hello! Today I'm going to be reading the highest and lowest rated books I own, which I'm honestly scared for. Not for the highest rated part. I'm excited to read my highest rated books because I actually don't know which books I own are my highest rated. I have some guesses, but I actually have no idea. And then for the lowest rated books, that's the part I'm scared for. I know there are some books that I own that I have been avoiding, and I'm scared this video is going to make me read them, or that they're just going to be bad books. I shouldn't say bad though, more so just generally not loved, because I could love the book, who knows? Wouldn't that be fun if I loved my lowest rated book that I own? Anyway, I've got my computer here. I put all of the books that I physically own into a Goodreads bookshelf. I have 93 books on my physical TBR, which is crazy. That's a lot of books, so we need to get reading them. I have no idea what the highest rated books are. I'm gonna take a guess. I feel like it's gonna be a fantasy book because I recently bought a bunch of young adult and adult fantasies that I think are really popular. Okay. Let's see, average rating. Oh wow, okay, it is the Mind Bleep series at 4.65 stars. That is so high. I didn't think I would own any book at 4.65 stars. I don't think I've seen any book rated above 4.5 stars. The next book is Six of Crows, fantasy like I said. Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I've previously read another Kennedy Ryan book and loved it, so I bet Before I Let Go is great. All right, now for the lowest rated book. I feel like the lowest rated is gonna be a romance. Okay, let's see. Love at First Sight? No, wait. I know this book. I got in a blind date with the book and I don't remember it being a low rating. I thought it sounded really cute. I'm pretty sure it's an enemies to lovers book, which is my favorite trope. Well, I feel like there's a decent chance I could like this book because I remember the plot sounding really good. All right, then our other low rated, The Things We Do to Our Friends, The Lifestyle. Too Hot to Handle by Tessa Bailey? No, I'm sad this is a lower rated one that I own because the book sounds really good. I love Tessa Bailey and I'm excited to read this book. Okay, these are the two books that I'm gonna be reading in this video. Which one do I wanna start with first? I don't know, part of me wants to start with the worst book just because I'm curious about why it's so lowly rated. I think I might start with this one, just in case Loathe at First Sight puts me in a reading slump. We'll save this one for last. If you're not familiar with this book, it is about, are you ready? Drum roll. A serial killer dating an FBI agent. Have you heard a crazier book plot? I haven't. Holy moly, I just finished page 9. And this woman has already killed someone. I knew she was gonna be a serial killer, but I didn't think we'd just be bam, murder scene, page 9. And it was very brutal, violent. Our main female character is, oh wow. I'm curious if we're supposed to like our main female character. I mean, I'm literally only 9 pages in, but she is a killer, which I did know going in, but for some reason, I don't know, I thought maybe she'd take him out really painlessly, be a kind little serial killer. I never thought I'd say those words, but no, she really is out here torturing her victims. But I hope that she has a good reason for killing because I do want to like her as much as one can like a serial killer. Again, never thought I would say that sentence. I'm going to pause reading there because I actually have a therapy appointment. I was really struggling with my mental health in 2022 and I started going to therapy for the first time in my life. Starting therapy has hugely improved my mental health and honestly my whole life, which is why I am so happy to say that this video is sponsored by BetterHelp. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 25,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. Finding the right therapist for you is so important. So I really love that they have such a huge network of therapists. Plus, if your therapist isn't the right fit for you for any reason, you can switch therapists at no additional cost. You can also talk to your therapist from the comfort of your home, however you feel comfortable, whether that's via text, phone, chat, or video call. And you can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. And with BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality that you expect with in-person therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. And you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/JustAli, which will also be linked in the description. Again, that is betterhelp, HELP.com/JustAli. I know starting therapy can feel so intimidating and scary, at least it did for me, but I truly cannot emphasize enough how much it has really helped me. Okay, I'm gonna go to my therapy session and then I'll do a little bit more reading afterwards. So far, I've read to page 80 and I am loving it. It's really cool that we get to see our FBI man Logan's other cases. He is investigating Lana's serial killer case, unbeknownst to him. But then, yeah, we also get to see like the other cases he's investigating, which is really cool. So we get like a murder mystery aspect of following him trying to catch other really bad serial killers. I've heard that this book is very much Dexter meets Criminal Minds, and I've never seen either show, but I just looked up the summaries, and Dexter is about a serial killer and Criminal Minds is about FBI profilers, so it's literally a mashup of those two shows, and now I want to watch both of those shows. But yeah, I'm loving it so far. I'm also loving the romance. And I just highlighted this quote on page 80. I'm just the typical American woman, or is it the typical American psycho? And I love that. I just finished book 1 and it ended on the biggest cliffhanger. Oh my gosh, did I even say that this is a series? This is a 5-book series. I'm gonna be reading the whole series in this video. This book that I got is the entire series in one, and it is almost 700 pages. So yeah, I just finished book 1, which is only 123 pages. So each book is pretty short. And yeah, I just ended on the biggest cliffhanger, and I am so scared about Lana's secret that she is a serial killer coming out, because like, it's gotta come out at some point, right? Like it has to, and I'm not ready for that. Like I'm so like anxious the entire time I'm reading this. Like someone is going to discover her. When is it gonna happen? I don't know. But yeah, for this first book, I think I would give it 4.5 stars. I don't know if I'm at like a full 5 stars yet, but I definitely see why this series is rated so highly.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know.
Good morning. So far today, I've read to page 200. I'm feeling so conflicted about Lana. I mean, obviously she's such a morally great character because she's literally a serial killer and she kills people for like the best reason you could kill people. But I still just feel like killing people is like never the right answer. Like if everyone took justice into their own hands, we would just have absolute chaos. But at the same time, having a morally great character is so fun because I feel like most books, our main character is like a pretty good person minus maybe some flaws. So it's cool to read about a character so different from myself and anybody I know, and also just to like keep flip-flopping in my mind of like, how do I feel about this person? I don't know. And I'm curious how my opinion of her will change over the rest of the book because there's so much left. And we still don't know like the full reason of what happened as to why she's targeting and torturing her victims. I just finished book 2 and it ended on the biggest cliffhanger, and I have plans, so I have to go. This is like the best stopping point because I do need to leave, and I am distraught that I have to go because this cliffhanger, like Also, it like tells you at the end of every book how many people she's killed so far, and she has killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 people. That's crazy. That's a lot, and we're not even halfway through the book. Like, how many people is she planning to kill in this book? Like 20 people? That's insane. I'm so sorry, Kat. I feel like you're gonna be angry at me for sitting with you. Can I perch here? Thank you. Hello. So far today, I've read a page 318, and I am so excited to keep reading today. You know that feeling like when you have like other stuff to do, but the whole time you're doing your other stuff, you just can't stop thinking about this book? That's how I feel right now. And that's how you know a book is good. I'm about to go to the library to return a bunch of books. So I think I'm gonna do some more reading there just because I've been reading in my bedroom for like 2 days straight. So it sounds nice to get out of the house and read somewhere else. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the library. I actually didn't have a chance to read any of the books that I'm returning, so I'm definitely gonna have to check them out at some point, but they were all due, so I had to return them. At the library, I read to page 382, so I'm now in book 4, and we found out the full story as to why Lana kills. It was honestly so hard to get through. Like, I pretty much knew the reason why, but actually reading like all the details and the full story of what happened in her past was devastating. Like, definitely check the trigger warnings because it deals with some heartbreaking subject matter, and yeah, just what happened to Lana is so sad, and I feel like I understand her so much better. I did look up a few Goodreads reviews, and I saw one that said, I support a women's right, but I also support women's wrongs, and that is the epitome of how I feel about Lana. Also, follow me on Goodreads, because even if I don't comment or like on y'all's Goodreads reviews and status updates, I do read them. It is so cool when I pull up a book to see like all of y'all's reviews, so yeah, follow me on Goodreads. I just got back from the coffee shop and I'm in the last book, book number 5, and I feel like this book could be 5 stars. Every single book in this series ends on the biggest cliffhanger, and book number 4's cliffhanger did not disappoint. Everything is just falling apart and I have no idea what the ending is gonna be. Like, no idea. I also don't even know what I want to happen. So yeah, I have just over 100 pages left, and I will see you guys when I finish the book. I finished the series and I loved it. Book 5 ended so good. Like I said, I had like no idea how it was gonna end or how I wanted it to end, and I think the author just ended it perfectly. This book, it was just so good. I would highly recommend the series if you're looking for a wild ride of dark romance, murder, a strong female lead character that has a heartbreaking past, a corrupt little town, and some great side characters. I definitely understand why this series is rated so high. All right, now it's time to start Load at First Sight. I'm like weirdly excited to start this book just because I haven't read a bad book in a while, and I want to know, like, why don't people love this book? Does it deserve its 3.15 star rating? Okay, let's get started. I just finished chapter 1, and so far it seems like it could be really interesting. Our main character works in the video game industry, which I know nothing about, but I feel like that'd be a really fascinating industry to read about. And it seems like it's gonna really focus on sexism in the workforce and just like generally women's issues, which I love, especially the fact that she is a female in the video game industry, which is a very predominantly male industry. So yeah, off to a promising start. Okay, I've read to page 70, and so far I don't feel particularly like one way or the other about this book. I feel like I'm kind of like waiting for the main plot to start, at least the romance plot. There's been a lot of like workplace issues, which is interesting, but from the summary it sounds like a romance. And if you Google the genre, it's categorized as a romance, but it doesn't really feel like there's gonna be any romance yet. But I'm guessing it just hasn't come into the plot yet, so yeah, I wish there was like more going on with the romance. The workplace issues feel more like a side plot than a main plot, and it's currently the main plot with not much else happening, so I'm feeling like a little bit mixed so far. I just read a page 128 and our main character just stood up for herself, which I love. I feel like there could be some really great character growth in this book. But yeah, other than that, I'm still like a little bit bored. I'm so tempted to look up the reviews on Goodreads because I want to know everyone else's thoughts on this, but I'm gonna refrain because I feel like reviews really impact my opinion of a book. I don't know if it does to you guys as well. I'd love to know, do you read reviews before reading a book? Normally I'll look at the overall star rating, but I try to avoid reviews because if people like start talking about how like a character is annoying or like they hated this in the plot or something, I'll go in like looking for those negative things. So I try and avoid reviews just so I can like make my own opinions. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to keep reading this book. I'm on page 183, and to be honest, I really want to DNF this book. If you don't know, DNF means do not finish, so basically I would abandon the book halfway through. There's been like no romance, like baby tiny sprinkles, but like basically no romance, so that's kind of annoying. just because it's marketed as a romance. Like, it's fine if it's not a romance, but just tell me that going in. And then as much as I do like the women in the workforce issues plot and I care about it, it just hasn't been that interesting. And no matter what a book is about, even if it's about important topics and issues, the book still needs to be entertaining in my opinion. If I wasn't reading this book for this video, I would 100% DNF it, to be honest, but I'm gonna finish it for you guys so I can give my final thoughts and opinion at the end. I just got to page 264 and we finally got to some romance. It's just like a tiny little snippet, but it's making me so happy. Oh my gosh, I literally read like one more paragraph and she just like ruined the romantic moment. That is so frustrating. I know like there has to be conflict because the characters can't get together till the very end, but normally in a romance book, you know, like they do well for more than like 3 sentences before everything goes wrong again. Is a little romance too much to ask for? I finished the book and my thoughts. I'm so conflicted on a rating between 2.5 and 3 stars. I think the overall rating that it has on Goodreads of 3.15 stars is like pretty accurate. I feel like for most people, I could see some people rating this of 4 stars. If you're really looking for a fictional story about a girl facing sexism at work in the video game industry and how she overcomes that, that is the plot. There is like a sprinkle of romance, but like emphasis on a sprinkle. The book isn't bad, just like mismarketed, because even from the cover, like we've got the girl and the guy. It's called Loathe at First Sight, which sounds like it's going to be enemies to lovers. A decent amount of the plot description is about the romance. It's categorized as a romance, and I feel like it has not the best rating because it's just not hitting its right audience, because it's trying to be a romance when it's not. So I feel like the marketing has really done this book a disservice. So yeah, I could definitely see this book being 4 stars for some people. The reason why I would say I think I'm gonna settle on 2.5 stars is just because I don't really read like pure fiction that often. It's like not really my thing. And as much as I appreciated what this book was going for with the sexism in the workforce, I still felt like it was kind of boring. Like I needed more to happen. I've never felt more like about a book. Like there's nothing really bad about it, but I just don't have a lot to say about it because it just wasn't that exciting of a plot. So yeah, that is reading my highest and lowest rated books that I own. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If any of you guys read this book, let me know your thoughts. I'm like really curious what other people think about this book. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!